Hi everyone, welcome to the class. In this class, we learn about the Euclid's division algorithm. What is Euclid's division algorithm? Given positive integers a and b, then there exist unique pair of integers q and r satisfying a is equal to bq plus r and 0 less than or equal to r less than b. So let us understand this concept with taking some examples, some division problems. A student given to solve this problem 208 or 208 divided by 2. If student A did this problem like this 208 divided by 2, 2 1 ja 2, and here bring down 8, 2 4 ja 8, and remainder 0. And student B did like this 208 divided by 2, 2 1 ja 2, here 2 4 ja 8, and 0 remainder. Which is correct? Which process is correct? So in previous classes, we verified the division process by taking this division algorithm. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Quotient plus remainder. First A, dividend 208 and divisor is 2, quotient is 14, remainder is 0. So 2 into 14 plus 0, by this we get this 208 multiplying 2. So 208 is equal to 2 into 14 28 plus 0 28. So this is not equal. So for B, student B did this like this. We can verify this one by taking this example division algorithm. 208 is equal to 2 into 104 plus this remainder 0. So here 208 is equal to 2 4 ja 8 0 plus 2, 208 plus 0 208. So this is right, this is wrong. So the process of student A is wrong and this is right. So how can we know this? By checking this, by verifying this formula. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So Euclid's lemma is stating this one only. So let us understand this algorithm statement by taking some more examples. If let us take some numbers. If 4 is divided by 2, 2 2 ja 4 and 0 is the remainder. We can verify this one by taking this 4 is equal to, according to Euclid division lemma or dividend verification for division. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Here the number which is being divided is called, this is dividend and this is divisor and this is quotient and this is remainder. So dividend, here dividend 4, 4 is called dividend. Here 4 is equal to divisor 2 and quotient is also 2 here plus remainder 0. 4 is equal to 2 2 ja 4 plus 0. So 4 is equal to 4. You get the same answer. If we divide 5, 2 2 ja 4 and remainder 1. So 5 is equal to 2 into 2 plus 1. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus 1. 2 into 2 plus 1. 2 2 is 4, 4 plus 1, 5. Verified. 6 is equal to 6 divided by 2. 2 3 is 6. This is called dividend. The number which is being divided is called dividend. This is called divisor which divides, and 3 is quotient, and this is remainder. Here is no remainder. So 6 is equal to 2 3 is 6. 2 into 3 plus 0. The same way 7. 2 3 is 6. Remainder 1. So 7 can be written as 2 into 3 plus 1. Similarly 8 can be written as 2 into 4 plus 0. 9 can be written as 2 into 4 plus 1. 10 can be written as 2 into 5 plus 1. By observing all these examples, here 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are dividends, and divisor is 2, 2, like divisor is 2, and quotients, these are quotients, and these are remainders. Here quotient divisor is constant here because we are dividing with 2, and numbers are variables, and here the quotients are different, but remainders are 0 and 1, 0 and 1, 0 and 1. We are getting remainders 0 and 1 only. So if we take any number a like this, a means any variable, if we take the divisor 2, we will get a quotient, some quotient. Now we can't decide. So if we know the a, we can decide q, and we will get the remainders r, that r is equal to 0 and 1. So here r is maybe 0 or 1, but less than 2. So any number can be written as here like this, 2 into 4 plus something. Here 8 can be written as 2 into 4 plus something. So 9 can be written as 2 into 4 plus 1. So 10 can be written as 2 into 2, 5 plus 1. In this way, the remainder is here 0 or 1 when divisor is 2. When divisor is 2, remainders are 0 and 1. Similarly, if we take 3, divisor 3. If we divide any number with 3, let us take an example. 9 divided by 3. 3 3 is 9, 0 remainder. 10 divided by 3. 3 3 is 9, 1 remainder. 10 divided by 11 divided by 3. 3 3 is 9, remainder 2. 12 divided by 3. 3 4 is 12, remainder 0. 13 divided by 3. 3 4 is 12, remainder 1. 14 divided by 3. 3 5 is 15, 3 5 is 3 4 is 12, remainder 2. 15 divided by 3. 3 5 is 15, remainder 0. Now, according to division algorithm, dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Let us verify this one by division algorithm. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So here dividend 9 and divisor is 3. In every problem divisor is 3. Here so divisor 3 and quotient is here 4. 3 3s are 9. First problem 3 3s are 9 plus 0. Second problem 10 is equal to 3 3s are 9 plus 1 and 11. 3 3s are 9 plus 2. Take 12. 3 4s are 12 plus 0. 13. 3 4s are 12 plus 1. 14. 3 4s are 12 plus 2. 15. 3 5s are 15 plus 0. If we observe all these examples, if a number is divisible by 3, it leaves remainder 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2 like this. So there exists a number, if 9 and 3 are there exists a number 3 and 0 satisfying that A is equal to BQ plus R. So here A, this 3 is divisor, these are quotients and remainders are like this. So when divisor is 3, then possible remainders are 0, 1, 2. If a number dividend is A, let a number A, then divisor 3, some possible quotient Q and remainders R. Then R is equal to maybe 0, 1, 2. In this way, we can generalize that if divisor and possible remainders, if we divide any number with 2, then possible remainders are 0, 1. If we divide any number with 3, then possible remainders are 0, 1, 2. If we divide with 4, you will get possible remainders 0, 1, 2, 3. In this way, we will get like this. The possible remainders are 0 or less than divisors. Here 1 is here, less than 2. 0, 1, 2. Up to here 2 is there, so it is less than divisor. Here 3 less than 4, 4 less than 5. Similarly, we can write this one as remainder is equal to 0 or greater than 1. Remainders are 0 or greater than 1. So R is greater than 1. So by combining these two results, we can write remainder is greater than or is equal to 0. 0 or greater than 1, or this can be written as remainder 0 less than or equal to R. We can rewrite this statement as 0 less than R greater than or equal to 0, or 0 less than or equal to R. Moreover, remainder is less than divisor. So if we take from this we can conclude that if dividend is equal to A, divisor is B, quotient is some Q, then remainder is R. If we take like this, you can do like check like this. Dividend is divided by B. We get quotient. We'll get some product by multiplying this. After subtracting, we will get some remainder. So this can be written as A is equal to BQ plus R. Dividend is equal divisor into quotient plus remainder. Dividend is equal divisor into quotient plus remainder. So here R is greater than or equal to 0 and R is less than B. That means remainder is greater than or equal to 0, but remainder is less than divisor. By combining these two, you will conclude that 0 less than or equal to R and R less than B. So R is greater than or equal to 0 means we can write this one as 0 less than or equal to R. So from this result, we can write 0 less than or equal to B, 0 less than or equal to R less than B. So now let us once again go back to the revise that Euclid division algorithm. Given positive integers A and B, there exist unique pair of integers Q and R satisfying A is equal to BQ plus R and 0 less than or equal to B. Here are two conditions. First one, A is equal to BQ plus R, and second one, 0 less than or equal to B. Two conditions are here. If we take any two integers A and B, there exists unique pair of integers Q and R satisfying this A is equal to BQ plus R and 0 less than or equal to B. Here A means dividend, B is divisor, Q is quotient, plus R means remainder. And that R should be greater than or equal to 0 and less than B. So this is the Euclid division lemma. So I will take some more examples for this. If A is equal to 80 and B is equal to 4, then 80 is equal to A is equal to 80, B is equal to 4. We can write two numbers like this by dividing 80. So 420 is 80 and remainder 0. If we take one more example, if A is equal to 45 and B is equal to 7, then 45 is equal to 7 into something plus something. 7 6 are 42 and 3 is remainder here. This is A, this is B, this is A, this is B, this is Q, and this is R. But this R is always less than this divisor. If we take one more number, if A is equal to 36, B is equal to 5, so 36 can be written as 5 into something plus something. Means here 5, you are divide 36 by 5. 5 7 is 35 and remainder is 1. If we take some more numbers, if A is equal to 108 divided by B is equal to 2. So here 108 divided by 2. So there should be only two numbers satisfying these equations. So here 2 5s are 10, 2 4s are 8. 2 5s are 10, 2 4s are 0 remainder. So for these two numbers A and B, there should be only two numbers such that A is equal to BQ plus R, and this R is always less than B. Okay, so once again, let us conclude that given positive integers A and B, there exists a unique pair of integers Q and R satisfying A is equal to BQ plus R. A is equal to divisor, A is equal to dividend, B is divisor, Q quotient, R remainder, and 0 less than or equal to R less than B. Here remainder will be greater than 0 or equal to 0 but less than B. This is the Euclid division algorithm.